is going to be about how to do limits. We'll need to cover this in several videos, but let's begin. The first kind of limit that you should understand is what I like to call easy limits. Okay? And this kind of limit is basically the kind of limit where you can just plug the number in. Okay? What about if we have a question like this? The limit is x goes to 3 of 2x plus 5. Well, in this kind of question, you can just put the number 3 right in there, like substitute it in and work it out. And there's no problems with things being defined, right? 2 times 3 plus 5, that's perfectly defined. So you're allowed to just plug that in and get an answer right away. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 5 is 11. So that's why I call it an easy limit, because there's nothing tricky going on there. What about something like this? The limit is x goes to 3 of x plus 3. Whenever you do a limit, you should always put the number in to the function here and see what you get. If you get a 0 on the bottom or a 0 on the top or something like that, then you have to maybe think a little bit harder. But for easy limits here, all you have to do is just put the number in. Notice when I put 3 at the bottom here, I get 6, right? And that's perfectly fine. So I just put the number in, and I get my answer right away. Now, these limits don't come up too much, do they? Because they're so easy. But they do come up sometimes. What about something like this? The limit is x goes to 0 of sine x. Well, I'm allowed to put 0 into sine, that's no problem. So I get the sine of 0, which I hope you know is 0. You can use your calculator for that if you want. Just as a side note, whenever you use trig functions in calculus, make sure you have your calculator in radians, okay? Because all of calculus uses radians. So those are easy limits. What about the next kind of limit, which is what I like to call the form 0 over 0. So let's say we have a limit and we put our number in and we get 0 over 0. That's the next category of limits that I want to talk about. They're the form 0 over 0. Notice I put the 0 over 0 in quotes.